Ever agree to a night out, get to the bar, and 30 minutes in, you feel like you're at work? Or maybe you've sent that text canceling plans, and instead of guilt, you felt a wave of pure, ecstatic relief. If that's you, let's get one thing straight. You aren't antisocial. You aren't broken. You're just realizing that your happiness looks very different from the brochure society handed you. The world calls this boring or lonely. But psychology calls it a survival strategy. And here is the twist. Not all homebodies are the same. There are 4 distinct archetypes of people who prefer the sanctuary of home. Some do it for biology, some for healing. But the 4th type? They are the ones who baffle psychologists. They aren't afraid of the world. They've just outsmarted it. Let's see which one you are. Type 1 is the biologically wired introvert. This is the group most people know. 4. The wired introvert. It isn't an attitude problem. It's a hardware problem. The crowd walks into a loud room and gets charged up. The crowd feeds on the noise. But the wired introvert, they are running on a battery. Their nervous system processes everything at 4K resolution. The bass, the lights, the 50 conversations happening at once. They don't hate people. They just pay a higher tax. For interaction, one night out costs them 24 hours in bed. To recover, if this is you, stop apologizing. You aren't lazy. You're just managing a limited energy budget in an expensive world. Type 2 is the trauma-healed retreater. This group didn't necessarily start out this way. They were pushed here. Maybe it was a chaotic childhood, a toxic partner, or a job that demanded everything and gave back nothing eventually. They made a decision. I am done performing for the retreater. Home isn't just a house. It is a fortress. It is the only place on earth where they control the variables, where no one can make demands, where they can finally lower the shield. The majority looks at this and sees hiding. You look at it and see healing. You're rebuilding the boundaries. The world tried to crush. Type 3 is the flow state architect. These are the writers, the coders, the artists. 4. The architect. Home is a laboratory. They understand something. The crowd ignores the flow state. That peak moment of genius is incredibly fragile. It takes 20 minutes to get into deep focus, and one text asking WID to shatter it. They don't stay home because they are cold. They stay home because solitude is the raw material of their work. The architect knows that great ideas don't come when you're screaming over bad karaoke. They come in the silence. You aren't rejecting the world. You're busy building a new one inside your head. Type 4 is the practical homebody. This is the group that surprises people. The practical homebody isn't traumatized. They aren't artists. They are just rational. They run the math. They look at a $50 bill for mediocre appetizers and shouting over strangers. Then, they look at their comfortable couch, a $15 home-cooked meal, and the freedom to not wear shoes. The practical homebody realizes the return on investment for going out. just isn't there. They worked hard to pay the rent. They bought the nice TV. They stocked the fridge. Why on earth would they pay a premium to leave? The best place in town? You aren't lonely. You're just self-sufficient. So, we have to be honest. Whether you're wired, healing, creating, or just being practical. Solitude is powerful, but there is a thin line. Solitude recharges you. Isolation drains you. Here is the test. If staying home makes you feel peaceful and free, that's a green flag. If staying home makes you feel numb and afraid of the mailbox, that's a red flag. Stay home because you want to, not because you're afraid to. So, I have to ask, which one are you? Are you the architect, the fortress builder, or the ROI master? Let me know in the comments. And if this video made you feel a little less weird and a little more understood, hit that subscribe button. Because Leo's Quiet Corner isn't just a channel, it's a sanctuary. And you belong here.